Good afternoon. I'm Dave Goldherman, and this is Eagle 93 Sports, brought to you by M3 Meats of Sidney. The latest class for the Basketball Hall of Fame was announced today in San Antonio in ceremonies leading up to the NCAA Championship tonight. The latest class for the Hall includes broadcaster and former coach Dick Vitale, one of the most successful coaches in the NBA, Pat Riley, and Coach Kathy Rush, who led Immaculata University to 3 consecutive women's national titles in the early 1970s. Players named included Hakeem Olajuwon and Patrick Ewing and Adrian Dantley, along with a man who's owned the Detroit Pistons since 1974, William Davidson. Vitale says he cried like a baby when he learned he'd been selected, and he thanked retired coach Bob Knight for spearheading a letter-writing campaign which helped him get in the Hall. The NCAA Men's College Basketball Championship is on the line tonight in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. It features once-beaten Memphis against the Kansas Jayhawks, who easily beat top-ranked North Carolina on Saturday. The Sidney High School Gym is again going to be the scene of the annual Eagle Wrestling Smoker. It's the 5th annual event and will feature 15 to 20 boxing matches. The fighters are all amateurs and high school students from Sidney and surrounding schools. Each match will be comprised of 3 one-minute knockdown drag-out rounds. The Smoker is set for Thursday, April 24th, with a hot dog and burger barbecue starting at 4:30, and the first boxing starts at 6:30 p.m. Ringside seats are on a first-come, first-served basis. If students would like to compete, they can contact Guy Melby at 433-2330 as soon as possible.
Whether you need sausage for Sunday brunch, savory steak for Friday night feast, or barbecue beef from burger to brisket, you need to get to M3 Meats in Sidney. Clay and the gang can get you set up right with the finest cuts of meats, party trays, marinated meats, various flavors of brats and sausage. Pick up a delicious fillet of walleye or salmon. And, of course, you can count on M3 Meats for all of your custom meat processing. M3 Meats, the big blue building on East Main in Sidney. M3 Meats.
The Sidney Eagles softball team split their 2 games Friday at the Hardin Jamboree. The Eagles lost to the Huntley Project Red Devils 5-0, but came back to shut out the host Bulldogs 4-zip. The Eagles JV dropped 2 games, getting shut out by the Laurel JV 12-0, and then lost a close one to a tough Belgrade Panthers JV 7-6. Up next for the Eagles is a road game tomorrow against another set of Red Devils, the Glendive Red Devils. The Ralph Engelstad Arena, home of the University of North Dakota Sioux hockey team, is arguably the most luxurious arena in college hockey. But as the Sioux get ready for the NCAA Frozen Four this week, they're using a bit more humble setting. The World Men's Curling Championships have taken over the ice at the Ralph, so the UND hockey team has moved their practices to Gambucci Arena, a couple of miles from campus. The arena is more often home to Grand Forks Central Hockey, but not this week. The Sioux will hold practices there until they leave for Denver tomorrow. The Sioux take on Boston College Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. Mountain in the first semifinal game of the Frozen Four. Oklahoma State really wanted to get rid of Sean Sutton as their basketball coach. Today it was announced that the school had reached a settlement with Sutton, who resigned under pressure last week. He'll get another $300,000 immediately, and over the next 10 years, the university will pay him another $2.4 million. That money will be paid even if Sutton gets another coaching job. A spokesman for Oklahoma State says that all the settlement money will come from the athletic department funds and not from state tax dollars. There is one final hurdle. The Oklahoma A&M Board of Regents has to sign off on the settlement when they meet later this month. And that's sports on Eagle 93, brought to you by M3 Meats of Sidney. I'm Dave Goldherman.